Y'all better have y'all shades on this week because I'm telling you, it's going to be a bright week. It's going to be a bright week, and it's a bright future here online. So if you ain't here excited, if you ain't looking forward to the future about what's possible, let's go on ahead and do a little exercise there and check your pulse. Just make sure you're alive. All right, my friends, welcome to another week of Wake Up Legendary. Once again, you know, we're here doing our thing, back in the saddle this morning. We're going to be talking to Electrician, who has piled up 144,000 followers on TikTok. Let's find out how, my friends. Mark, welcome to the show, my brother.
Dave, thanks for having me back. This is an honor.
Hey, man, how have you been?
Oh, I've been great. I've been lighting it up here on social media and flying with affiliate marketing. What can I say? It's been a lot of fun.
Is this something that you ever imagined that you would be doing? I mean, is this something that you could see yourself doing a couple of years ago, or even when did you get started? Give us a quick refresher for those who haven't, heard the short version of your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I got started last summer. Like I said, I just started. I saw some other affiliate marketers on TikTok, and I thought this is something that I can possibly get into that I might be good at. I never saw myself doing anything like this before, and I said, you know what, I know I can do this. I wanted to prove it to myself, and I just went ahead and jumped in and spoke with my wife about it. She was a little skeptical at first, but like I said, she's not now. She's totally on board, and so are a few other people in my family now. They're starting to open up their eyes and, oh, look what Mark's doing. So it's a good feeling, and I'm really happy to be doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it.
What do you mean other people are in your family are getting curious? What are you talking about? Your kids, or are you talking about your friends, or
No,
what?
more immediate family. Like, I know my mother and father. This wasn't something that they weren't really, let's just say, they didn't express their approval. They didn't think that this would be they thought this was kind of an online scam at first, like most people. They were very skeptical. So then once they started seeing the success and the popularity, and then me having a good time, really, like, they see that I'm really enjoying myself. They're really starting to buy into it now.
Yeah, and are they now happy for you that you're home more, and do they see the value in that? And obviously, you value your parents' opinion, even though
Oh, absolutely.
you're a grown man. So, and I respect that, because I mean, we can count on one hand in our life people who really are going to tell us the truth without ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And usually mom and dad are one of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Their ulterior motives is simply to keep us safe, and so sometimes they overreach, right? Um, but now, do they see in what has been what is the vibe amongst your family now that Mark's home more? Mark's working from, that has to be very different from an electrician lifestyle where you're gone all the time. Is
Well,
it?
I'm still doing the electrician lifestyle.
You're
Okay, so
still doing the
I'm still
electric.
putting in the 40 to 60 hours a week, and like I said before, I'm not planning on quitting my job. I still enjoy my job. This is just something to do a little extra to like, just to occupy my time. This is more of it's not just a hobby. Like, this is a business. Like we always say, don't treat it as a hobby, treat it as a business.
Yeah.
And I do treat it as a business, but this is a second stream of income. It's actually more than a second stream of income. It's quite a few streams of income now, which is really nice. And
Right.
thankfully, Legendary's given me the opportunity to learn those extra skills and do these extra streams of income.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how do you work the business part-time like you're doing? And you made sure to mention, you're not treating it like a hobby. You really have to, I would think that you have to be pretty on top of your time management. Is that right? Or do you not find that,
Absolutely.
you have to be super militant with your time? Walk us through, how are you, because pretty much everybody starts like that, and some
Yep.
want to quit their jobs, some don't. But the bottom line is pretty much everybody is managing, operating this business on the side with a full-time job at first. That's why I'm asking.
Well, thankfully, we can all do this business from our phones. And that's the thing. By having your phone attached to your hip at all times, it's kind of right there. And as long as you have some spare time there while, let's say, on your lunch at work or before work or on your breaks, you can make sure you can manage those things that you have to do by responding to comments or getting out some content or responding to some emails. But what I did here that gave me some success is I started a second TikTok channel, and I kind of separated it from my other one, meaning I was usually doing all of my posts afternoon, spacing them about an hour apart. And I said, I'm going to treat this one completely opposite. I'm going to post all these ones here in the morning. And I created a second TikTok account, Dave, and within a month, it just blew up. And what I mean by blew up is I was putting in 8 to 10 hour days. I was just having this conversation with Matt off air. It was, we were quarantined over the holidays, and I still remember it was the day after Christmas. And I think I got about 25,000 followers overnight. Then the next night, about another 10, then another 10, then another 10. And it just, I had 100,000 followers within a week. Yeah. And I was going insane. I felt like I had to hire social media people right there just to respond to all of my comments and texts and emails. And it was a really good feeling though.
It was.
But I got that going but like right now, how do I separate my time? It's just when I get home from my work day, I try to put in a couple hours each day. And that's just creating creative content and just being there and giving value to people and responding to messages, just making them know that they can trust you. That's kind of the main thing that I do. And then throughout the night, obviously there's going to be comments and emails and here and there, I'll tap into those and just get back on top of those emails and respond as well. Yeah.
No, I think you guys are responding to a lot more messages in emails than I am. I mean, that's for sure. Because there's a thing where all of you guys feel like you need to respond to every comment. Do you feel like that anymore, Mark? I mean, that it's not even realistic. So I want to just talk about that a little bit, because I've heard a lot of people talk about, I went from zero and I got nothing to do. I'm kind of looking around at the tumbleweeds blowing across my virtual streets to all of a sudden I have a video go viral, and now I'm trying, and I'm trying to respond to every comment, and I'm trying to respond to every DM and kind of all this. And I talked about a week or two ago, the idea of taking, or the strategy of taking those comments and taking that momentum and turning them into new content to move forward, and to give people calls to action to come and join live trainings, or to, most importantly, go and get my free gift so I can get your email address. Because going viral and having thousands of comments and thousands of messages doesn't really mean anything unless I can, get them into my sales funnel. I got to get them into my sales funnel. I can chat people up and of course send them directly to a checkout link but the idea of affiliate marketing, at least back in the day, was that it was super passive. Well, now a lot of affiliate marketers are becoming influencers in a sense, like yourself, where you've got a large following, and now you're getting a lot of comments and emails. And the question is, with somebody like yourself, this is why I'm asking it. If time management is so important, how do you determine if it's important to focus on answering comments and messages, or whether it's important to create new content?
Well, it's definitely more important, I would say, to create new content, because TikTok, not everybody on TikTok, like I have 144,000 followers on one account, and that doesn't mean I have 144,000 customers. Like it's nowhere close to that. Right. You're going to find that your real group of customers, I feel, they're going to be on other social media platforms like Instagram or Facebook, possibly. But you have to kind of look at, first of all, judge, look at who's sending you those comments, where they're coming from. And you just kind of have to use your common sense and think to yourself, like, is this going to be somebody that's going to be a possible customer for me?
Right. But you can't prejudge. I talk about that with our, I've been training sales teams for a long time, and we can never prejudge anybody. So,
no, but like, let's say you, let's say you have some like child that sends you a message that
Yeah.
he wants to start something, and he's
Yeah.
got little anime all over his stuff, and you can tell that he's just a little child. Like I don't
Right.
I don't really focus too much on that.
I get a lot of messages from people who have tried to check out and then can't because they're in a block country. And to
Mm,
be honest, I don't even respond to those messages.
okay.
And I'm just I'm being honest with everybody here because about my time management. I'm sad and sorry that somebody who's in a block country can't buy from us. But
Mhm.
if it's going to take me 5 to 10 minutes to explain that in a text, and sometimes I don't have that. So I guess also what I'm asking is you want to do your best at the beginning. You want to treat every person like they are potentially going to be your best customer, right?
Mhm.
And so if somebody has a video that or a videos that goes viral, you know what are the one or two things that they should think about or remember, because when that happens, it's just like all my dopamine, all my endorphins kind of shoot through the roof. And then what I hear a lot of times is the next day people are overwhelmed because of
Oh yeah.
all the comments and messages and them feeling. So that's why I'm asking. It's not that people shouldn't be overwhelmed, but if you have a video that goes viral and all of a sudden you have an account that starts taking off, there's going to be a lot of excitement around that. Mark, what are one or two things that we should remember to kind of stay focused on if that happens, if and when that happens?
Oh, to stay focused. Well, you need to keep going. Like, don't just think that that's going to be the one that's going to set you up. You need to
Mm,
continue. You
good
need to
tip.
keep on it and keep putting out more content. Be consistent. I know everybody says that here on Wake Up Legendary. Be consistent. That's the number one thing. And again, just providing value, right? The people that you're going to want to deal with are going to be, they're going to be the people you'll know from the questions that they're asking. Like if
Right.
somebody's just sending you messages or like teach me or show me or I'm in, like it, you want to focus on the ones that are asking the serious questions, the ones that
Yeah.
are really going to commit their time and stay in it for you. Like you want to make sure somebody's going to stay on board with you and focus and finish the challenge. Like I said here before, Dave, like there's so many people here that come through and they'll purchase the challenge and they just won't start. And they'll forget about it. You want the people that are going to stay committed. You want the people that are going to stick with it for the long haul. And like I
Yeah.
said, you can just tell that by it's just a little experience. You'll see as you get down the road, like with new affiliate marketers, you'll tell by the comments that people are asking.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty you start to get the feel of it. You start to get the hang of who's serious and what are buyer questions, what are buying questions, and this is something that we all can and should pay attention to, especially since so many of us are having one-on-one chats, is what are those buyer signals? What are those buyer signs? I mean, usually people will have a similar question every time they like the same questions keeps popping up. And one of my if I could offer you guys something that could potentially save you so much time and make you so much money, it's try to identify those questions. Try to identify those common questions that are getting asked for you, and instead of typing it out, and I'm talking to everybody here because this is something that's been happening for 10 years in or 12 years in various forms. It's just TikTok right now is a place where you can go viral and experience a lot of momentum, um but these people who are messaging you on TikTok, there's going to be common questions that they have. And there's going to be ways that everybody can cut down on their time by finding those resources. And instead of answering every single question, typing the text out, you can begin to use tools and resources. And I learned this in network marketing when I first got started. I learned how to market and how to use tools, because instead of doing the presentations myself, and then once I started to become a little bit more successful in other ventures that I did that had affiliates and stuff, I realized, and that even had customers, Mark, that the more they got to figure it out, the more questions they got to ask, the more, if they feel unclear, then that's probably why I'm not selling a lot. So
Mhm.
as an affiliate, there are probably 3 to 5 common questions that you're getting a lot. And there's other ways that you can speed up your time by using tools to do the explaining. What do I mean by tools? A video. Just a
Mhm.
simple video, a 2-minute video that you have that you recorded that answered the question, or a 2-minute video from somebody else in the community that answers the question,
Yep.
right? Or in now all of a sudden when somebody has a question, instead of responding to everything, I have a notepad of links that I
Mhm.
can tap into, and I can send those. And I'll tell you, you guys want to stick out as affiliates. And ultimately, that is one of the number one things that we're trying to do. If I'm selling a similar product as other people, well, I want to stand out somehow. And that interaction, if somebody has a positive and informative interaction with me, I got so much better of a chance to earn their business. And now all of a sudden, I also saved a bunch of time by just creating some
Mhm.
simple tools, aka just videos, but I call those tools. Use your tools. And I tell this to our business plan advisors all the time in our use your tools. Stop trying to explain everything. Stop trying to, write long emails and do all this. Use your tools. And if there's not a tool, aka a video that answers this question, then tell me and I'll make one.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Like, and not only that, but getting people into like a Facebook group. Again, another tool. That's exactly what you want to do, but because it gives them a little bit more of an explanation, so they're not lost. Because a lot of the people, one of the number one questions I'll get, and I'm sure everybody's going to get it, is where do I get started? And for the common person, like obviously there's the link in the bio, but 9 times out of 10, people don't know that.
I would talk. See, if I was talking, I would not talk about my link in the bio. I would seed the training video that changed everything for me.
Yep.
You see how, and I'm just talking about the sales video,
Mhm.
because there is training and eye-opening material in that sales video. I just also happened to give them a call to action to get started in the challenge at the end. But I would start in my content, all of you, stop talking about the link in your bio and start talking about the training video that changed your life and become the hunted rather than the hunter. See, the hunter's directing traffic. He's trying to chase people down. Please click my link in my bio. The hunted knows how to seed these little things that they want so bad.
Mhm.
And when all of you start learning how to become less obvious. My wife had to teach me this. Mark, I just come up to her and think that I was going to get somebody just going,
Your wife must be
aren't
my
I
wife.
sexy, honey? Aren't I sexy? Why don't you want to get with me? She said, well, try to be a little bit more subtle, Dave. Don't always come at me like, leave a little mystery, leave a little curiosity. Half of you are going to get laid more in your marriages because you're going to learn how to become a better marketer. Your general happiness is going to become better because you're going to learn how to. Learn how to communicate better with our just human beings. Hi, mom and dad. Sorry if you're watching, and
I'm going to tell my wife
I'm
that.
spitting nothing but facts, mom and dad, and you know it's true.
Absolutely. You know what, Dave? While I got you on here too, I just want to say I watched one of your wake ups from last week, and I think you know exactly which one I'm getting to right now. And it was beautiful. It was the one where you came on here by yourself, and it was fantastic because I'm sure just like a lot of other affiliates, I get targeted from those people too, and it was really refreshing to hear you give your 2 cents on that topic.
Well, I mean, look, we the main problem is our Facebook group. That's the main problem.
Mhm.
And it's been a necessary evil.
Yes.
But I'm just getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of
And I feel
people
that
who
way
have
from Facebook as well too.
no respect for our community, no respect for the work that we put in to build this community. They just want to show up on the lives in private. I called Nate Bockers out. What a
I saw
sad
that.
sack he is. He he was direct messaging and prospecting somebody right on the call
That's
as
how
I
I got hit
called
too.
his sorry sack of a butt out. I mean, and we got these guys and gals all over the place. You know, they're
Yep.
people who you see them on TikTok. They got a better way. They know a better way. They want to, you know, they're sad and sorry because they didn't listen to what we were teaching and go out and apply it. So instead they join some biz op where there's no product. You just gotta buy in, and that's how the next person earns a commission. And then there's no product, there's no
product
training
at all. You just buy in large and everything's all done for you. So you're not actually learning anything and not actually
right.
well,
There's no I mean,
physical anything to sell.
It's not really done for you, but I know what you mean. That's what they promise. Nothing's done for you, folks. You either learn the skills or you suffer and you suck. And that's just, there's a lot of people that don't want to hear that. Why is your content not going more viral? Because it sucks. Get better, right? Oh my God, Dave, you're just an asshole. No, I'm just a truth speaker because I don't care anymore. I don't, you know, if half the audience on this leaves and says, oh, I'm not buying from them and whatever, I'm really sorry if that was somebody that affiliate sent here. But personally, if they're going to leave because of truth, then they're just going to cause problems down the road anyways. We might as well get them out. I'd rather speak truth. And what I'm finding is, and I've been fairly reserved over the last couple of years. Tuesday, I was, you know, I was a little off my rocker. I can get like that all the time. I gotta hold myself back, you know, but, cause I get excited and passionate, but, look, I mean, here's the facts, and you know this. Hard work equals success. Nothing's going to just get handed to you. Nothing's going to just fall out of the sky. It's hard work. That's how you've built your electrician career. This is how you're going to build this career, Mark. You know that. And I would much rather hear that personally. This is going to suck for the first 30 days. Okay. So just hunker down and get ready for it because it's going to suck. You're not going to know what you're doing and you're going to feel like the new guy, new gal, and you're going to want to quit. So get through that and get a couple of wins where, you know, like the viral video, or for me, wins were just generating leads, or, you know, I mean, I've always figured out a way to get some excitement from a few small wins that I got. So figure out, how do you get excited about something? Stop looking at and I'm speaking to you newbies who are in that 30-day phase. Stop looking at every little thing as a sign of why you can't do this. It's just a challenge that all of us have. Start expecting those challenges, know they're going to come, and just get ready to hunker down around them, because there's no way around the difficult stuff to get to success. You got to go through it. You got to go through it.
And people can see right through bullshit. So don't be bullshitting people. Like, be yourself, and people will see the honesty, and people will see that you're putting in the hard work, and people will want to contribute. Like, people will want to do that.
So Mark the Bald Affiliate is your TikTok. And I like that, because this is a great example of a body image or something that a lot of times people don't talk about. They're like, you know, they try to, it's a thing that like, for me, my addiction and my history and my past was something that I was like, I didn't ever want to talk about. But it gave me a certain element of uniqueness and differentness. And by you saying Mark the Bald Affiliate and calling yourself out, what do they call that? Something humor, self-deprecating humor.
Yes.
Tell us how I mean, obviously it wasn't hard for you to come up with that name, but I mean, I just think it's brilliant. You know what I mean? How did you come up with it? And what advice do you have for other people who are not so easily embracing themselves, if you will, in integrating their personality and themselves into their brand, like you clearly are?
You have to be able to laugh at yourself. Okay. So when I first started doing affiliate marketing, I started going live, And I noticed a lot of my live clients, they started taking some shots, like the bald guy, or he looks a little bright over there, wears the sunglasses, just things like that. So I just started going with it, and it kind of worked. And it's kind of, a lot of people will remember those little things, like, hey, that's the bald guy. Like I said before, like months ago, I'm pretty easy to remember. Like, I'm that bald guy that has the beard. So there was a guy at the gas station that, hey, you're that bald guy on TikTok that's making money. Like, wow. And if I wasn't bald, probably that wouldn't have been easy recognizable. But it's just that thing that has people that it just sticks in their mind, and they'll click. So when they see on social media, it's like, oh, there's that guy again. Like, I remember that guy. Like, everybody has some certain little niche to them that people
it's
remember.
Like your shtick, right?
My shtick, that's it. Yes.
Like I think that's like a northern thing, but it's like, hey, what's your shtick? What's your shtick? It's like everybody's got a shtick, and yours is, you're the bald guy. And I love that. I love that, because you're clearly bald. And you're just you're using that, like, call me the bald guy. Whatever you got to do to remember, right? You're using every possible thing to your advantage. And I love that, right? Because number one, when we start to laugh at ourselves, life becomes a little lighter and easier. And also, it is such a great marketing tool. I mean, it's sort of like the drug addiction in high school dropout and construction story that I tell, that's vivid, and people remember me for it. That was what I used. You're using your baldness and also your story, right? Being an electrician, all that. My question to you is, what do you have at your disposal that you can use, that you are letting sit on the table? I mean, that you're just that's just there. That's a game changer. And Mark, usually what I find is it's something that you want to do, you want to say, but you haven't done it yet. That's what it was for me when I wanted to be more honest with my story. And then I finally did, and I got lots of good feedback. My question to you is, what is the thing that you've been thinking about doing that makes you a little uncomfortable? So you haven't done it yet, but you know that it can be helpful. And it's just a question to marinate on, right? It's a question for everybody to think about and be honest about. What am I not doing because it's uncomfortable? Because I think it's too big of a goal for me. Whatever it is. You know what I mean? There's a couple of different ways that you can.
That might be something I might need to marinate on there, Dave. I got to think about that one.
Well, I'm asking everybody. I'm asking everybody out of inspiration from your example of the Mark the Bald affiliate. And I mean, there's so many people, I think, that have something that's scary, or they're not sure about, or makes them uncomfortable. And oftentimes that's the very thing that is going to just really make a big difference in your messaging or in your story. I mean, the difference between you being Mark the Bald affiliate and just Mark the affiliate, it literally is night and day. That one addition. So just think about that, all of you who are listening. How can you, it's really about standing out. It's really about, instead of being forgettable, being unforgettable, right? I want to say things in my marketing, in my video, that touch right so on that pain point that they actually think about what I said laying in bed at night. And they know how to find me again, because I either opt into my email list, or I said something, or there was an identifying mark that helped them find me again. Because a lot of times people will hear something and then later like it and not know how to find you again. That's why it's so important to get the email address. That's why it's so important to not talk about the link in bio, because anybody can look up and see your link in bio. I can look up and see it. But if you talk about the special, powerful 22-minute sales video, or training video that changed your life, sales video, call it whatever you want, video that changed your life.
Changed mine.
Now all of a sudden, we're getting people further into the process. And I just think that a lot of things that you're doing, whether you know them or not, are really brilliant. And it's no wonder that you've blown up, and then you've been able to manage that and run with that. So congratulations, man.
Thanks, Dave. Like I said last time, I was making a spot on my wall. I can see my plaque back there. I just got that in the mail just today. So I just opened that up. So it was a long time coming. So thankfully, and then hopefully I'll make another spot on the wall for another one coming up. So that's hoping.
All right. Well, tell the family that I said hello now that I've learned a little bit about them, mom and dad, of course.
Will do.
And have a fantastic day. Maybe we'll do round 3 here soon. Okay.
Sounds great, Dave. Looking forward to it. Thanks again.
All right, Mark. See you, buddy. See you. All right, you guys and gals and everybody can check out Mark and follow him on TikTok at, as we've been saying, Mark the Bald Affiliate. Mark the Bald Affiliate. My friends, have a fantastic Monday. We'll see you back here for another episode tomorrow. Make sure that you text WUL to the number on the screen, 813-296-8553, so you can get a little text message reminder whenever we go live. If you want any swag, you can go to belegendary.shop. And if you'd like to be featured on the show, maybe you're somebody who's gone off into coaching or courses or events or something that we're not able to track you so well, fill out our featured form, and we'd love to feature you on the Wake Up Legendary show. That's legendarymarketer.com/featured. You can fill that out, and I'd love to interview you. All right, my friend. We'll talk to you later. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Get out of here. Be legendary.